welcome back. So we're at a truck stop in Pine Bluff, which is Arkansas, and I'm gonna sip on my cup of tea and I'm gonna bring you up to speed with a few things. So we've got a delivery booked in, and then we'll be going across into Texas in a bit. And we've just had a big update in ATS 156. Some of you will know, obviously. But when you got a lot of mods in the game, when there's a big update, it can wreak havoc. I mean, you've only got to go on the forums to know that. So what I like to do is when SCS release the update, they normally give you some notice. So what I do is I remove all my mods, create a fresh save, and I go vanilla. Because trying to jump into an update when you've got a lot of mods, and I was running roughly about 60, you tend to run into a few problems. But there's a plus side to it as well. When I remove all my mods and go vanilla, back to the base game, there's a couple of things. I appreciate the original game itself, so it is nice to remove all the mods and just go back to basics. The only thing I will say is the standard engine sounds for the game, to me, my opinion, they're pretty rubbish. So I always try to keep a couple of sound mods floating around here and there, so I can just pop back in, because they don't generally affect much. So we're post 156 update. We are sat in Pine Bluff in the standard 389 Peterbilt. I've got the Load King DLC trailer on the back, flatbed. And she's got a Cat C15 550 horsepower in. Stock sound. And what I like to do with the sound, especially with this engine mod, is I like to bring down the exhaust and the engine to 40% and stick the turbo right up to 100. One, it takes out the overpowering volume of the exhaust, and it also brings in the character of the turbo, which when you're in a real truck, the turbo does come into its own. That's why I like to do that. Also, I've upgraded the sim chassis. As you can see, I've got more space. I spent a lot of time on it yesterday, roughly 7 hours, including cable management and setting up the correct angles, because you can adjust these screens a lot, put it that way. Like I say, I'm going to throw the link to the sim chassis in the description, because I really do think it's worth you check it out. It is solid as a rock. You might have noticed there was some flex in the last chassis, but it was an ongoing process. I've had that old sim chassis for a while, and it was time to upgrade. More so, it's the column in the middle. It's nice to have the free space, especially when you're floating gears and stuff, and you can just relax your feet down. The seat's got more of a taller position, so you're actually more over the pedals rather than in front of them. And the seat fabric, comfortable, plenty of adjustment in it, allows me to get out of your way. So hopefully the field of view looks a lot better to you. There was an issue with this screen and I think there always will be, because the camera's there and it will pick up some glare. But I faffed around with it a bit, and I think it's a lot better than what it was before. Without going to OLED screens, where you could literally be sat right here and it not affect it, because OLED, it does, you don't get any distortion. So without going to OLED monitors, which are like 700 a piece, maybe more, I think we're doing alright. See, when I play ATS and ETS2, I like to get properly immersed in it. And I think immersion's the key. So without the mods, everything else, I think it's the things that you do outside the game as well. So we dropped a load into Pine Bluff last night. We came to the truck stop. We've had a night's rest. Adam having a morning brew before we set off, which is what you do, right? So in a minute we're going to fire this thing up, and I can't remember off the top of my head where we're heading. I think it's to Newmont to pick up an all-terrain forklift, and I think we're going into Texas Metal. No, it's Waste Management, I think. Delivering it into a scrapyard, if I remember correctly. We'll see when we get there, because sometimes the jobs can change. So I've done some videos where I'm talking. I've done some videos where I haven't. I have asked before for people to give me some feedback, which I haven't yet. I've got 58 subscribers, and I'm thankful to you all. But being a subscriber, I want to sort of create a small community going, you know. Be interested to know where you're watching from, what you like about the videos, what draws you into them. Do you play ATS? Is ATS something you want to do? No, it'd be pretty cool to get to know you guys. I do also see there's a lot of people watching the videos who haven't subscribed, which is cool. But I do want to grow this channel, and if I can get sponsored by a couple of people, it'll benefit all of us. So I want to put myself on the map. I've been playing this for quite some time. I'm experienced enough in all the ins and outs of the game, in terms of mods, how to modify things, plugins, everything else. Building a sim rig, playing a sim rig. I've got, between this and ETS2, I've got nearly 2,000 hours experience. So I want to keep the channel going. I want to keep uploading content. But for those of you that haven't subscribed, it doesn't cost you nothing, and you'll be part of what I want to be a growing community. There is a lot of people out there that do this. I even watch people that have got their own trucking channels. And I think all of us are part of a community, and my aim is to try and bring everybody together. Online trucking is not something I've really looked into yet, but it might be something to do in the future. Also, with live streaming, I think when I get to a few hundred subscribers, I'm going to do live streaming and we can interact more. But as it stands at the moment, I'm happy enough just uploading these videos. I try to keep them under an hour. I might throw up some big hauls where it go on for a long time, but I want to kind of save that for whenever I get to the live streaming. But please just feel free to give some feedback. Even if you think the video is shit, just say what you'd like to see, or just anything. But just some feedback, because I put these videos out. Obviously they're getting views, and I get a few subscribers here and there, so obviously I'm doing something right. But it'd just be nice to, hear off you guys. Be absolutely great to know where you're watching from. So give a shout out to your hometown, especially if it's America. We could do some loads out of your hometown, that sort of thing, I've already done one dedication video to a member some time back, and he lived up, I think it was Norway. Oh no, it wasn't. It was an island off the coast of Norway. So I already did one dedication video to him, because he's so polite, and he really appreciated the channel. So for my token of his appreciation, I did sort of like a little tribute video for him. But I'm happy enough to do that for everybody, Like I say, we sort of get like a small, hopefully it'll grow into a bigger community. But that's it really, I want you guys to get to know me, and you already know what I'm doing, but I think it's more so on a personal level. When I initially started the channel, obviously I was recording off the video overlay, and it's just straight off this one screen. I was using head tracking, everything else, but I sort of wanted you guys to just see absolutely everything that I'm doing, the gear changes, everything. And when I decided to do it, I wasn't sure where it was going to go, and I wasn't sure how I should approach things, because there's a lot of ATS truckers out there that do a lot of talking through the videos. Sometimes I think you can spoil it, and other times there's people that don't say much at all. So I kind of want to get that fine balance. I wouldn't say that I'm going to talk as much as I have now on every video. It might only be like every few. But if I start live streaming, I'll do super chat. So as I'm doing it, people can speak to me, and I can give a shout out to you while we're doing it. But also, I will pick a certain day that I do live streams on, and that will be known to everybody. So it might be maybe a Saturday evening, or Sunday, a Sunday morning, mid-morning. Every week, just do a live stream at the same time, every time, and just see where we go. So as terms of the channel, I just wanted to speak to you guys, just bring you up to speed with equipment update, and just what direction I want to go in. So that being said, I'm going to put this cup of tea down, and we're going to set off, and I hope you enjoy the video. It's nice to have you along with me for the drive, and please don't hesitate or be too shy to leave some feedback. So I did remember correctly. It's an all-terrain forklift going to Longview, just inside of the Texas border. It's going to waste management, which is normally a big scrapyard. So it looks like the Lamont have had their use out of it and they've sold it on. Just going to finish this cup of tea off while we have a look at the details. 13 ton, we've got just under 5 hours to deliver it. It's paying well actually, shouldn't take us too long. A game hour is usually up to 5 minutes in real life, so 5 times 5, 25 minutes, half an hour. Right then, hope you enjoyed the trip. I am going to put the CB on as well. The chatter is a little bit random. You get all kinds coming through the CB radio. So I'm going to smack that on just to break things up a little bit while we're cruising along. See what's going on. And catch you guys in a bit. this new sim chassis as well, and I've got it in cruise control, feet away from the pedals, kick the chair back, so much more comfortable. There's a lot of adjustments in the column as well, so I can bring the wheel more sort of like level but low, if that makes sense, rather than it being, yeah. I'm going to try and get the link in the description for you, because it really is worth checking out this. So much more space. might have noticed a few stutters then. This is normal after a big update for some reason. Probably find that there'll be another game update, maybe in a few days or a couple of weeks, where they iron out all these little imperfections. Don't know what it is. Every time there's a big game update, you get micro stutters. But they have changed some of the lighting effects, I think, or the way the graphics are shaded in the background. Who knows? But you do get them. And if anybody's watching this that is thinking about getting it for the console when it is eventually released, don't hold your breath. Get used to it, because it is a big game and the consoles might struggle, and you will get your fair share of problems, trust me. Because this game is what, 8-9 years old, and they're still updating it, still introducing new stuff, because it uses an old graphics engine. Don't expect it to get moved over to Unreal. It will stay on the engine it is. But believe you and me, you will get your flaws. I mean, this game is as close to perfect as you can get, really. I don't think anything comes close to it. I don't think anything ever will. But if you are out there watching this and you're thinking about getting it for console, don't expect miracles. And that's us just about done. The park up here next to the weighbridge. Go and see what's happening. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.